It's like a thing
Kind
that
of
I
like
do.
my thing that I do now.
Welcome back, guys.
It's one of our bits.
It's more of a rarity that I don't have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the podcast.
I know, it's crazy. I'm surprised you can make road trips without going to the restroom, but you can't go a podcast.
Well, because I plan ahead for that. I didn't plan ahead for this.
there was
I gotta get here. Hurry up.
That's been the interesting transition from doing Beer and a Movie audio only for 8 years to doing the video.
You can't get away with the
There's
would
no editing.
Stop. Yeah, right. We weren't doing
take
it
breaks.
live.
If someone stumbles over their words, they
yeah.
do a take
We'll
two.
edit this out.
And we edit it out.
Did y'all ever talk about that on the Beer and a Movie thing? The editing y'all do like in after hours?
A little bit,
little
I think.
bit, like-
We definitely did in a few cases because I know, we pulled out a couple outtake things at some point that got played.
Yeah, because I
Do
know
you guys have a blooper episode?
Not a whole episode, but Carlos actually, what did he do? He did for one of the after hours. He stitched together.
I did that.
You did that.
Yeah.
What did
I
you
took
stitch
out,
together?
Okay, so we're talking. Hey, and Norbit is clearly inferior to the Nutty Professor. Maybe just hypothetical, right?
Agreed.
And then, well, I'm just hypothetical, and then, okay, so Norbit is clearly inferior to
Clearly, obviously.
Hold on, the Nutty Professor. Well, I take that out, and I take out the and I took all those and I stitched them together for a fun.
Oh,
exercise.
I've done that. Yeah. I used to. So for after I got fired from the hospital, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start blogging, dude. And so I started making the.
What year was this? What year was this?
Maybe 2014, maybe.
Okay.
And so if you go on my YouTube, there's like a month worth of hey guys, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, look it up. It sucks.
I think the only thing I saw was your Mexican Roseanne thing or what?
Well, that was kind of like a group project
Yeah,
type
the
of
only
thing.
thing
That's not on my shit.
Okay.
But
I would have taken that out that you just did.
But I did there was when I got halfway through, I found all the and I made a little cut video of just
Yeah.
How much of our podcast do you think we'd have if Joe actually edited out all the little stupid
Of
Like
this
30
show?
of this show?
30
Our
minutes?
podcast would be a 30-minute hot take episode.
Well, okay, so first of
Weird the
all,
slow roads. Good night.
Yep.
fresh from a Kentucky Derby party, it is the co-host, my ex. It's my ex.
Yeah.
I want to introduce you to my new partner, David Gurney.
I'm glad you had to go to a threesome just to match me. You got to bring in
That's
two
right.
other
Yeah,
guys.
that's right.
So no, it's great to be on mic
Two
with you
brown
again.
guys, so it's like equal.
I've been trying to
Equal
get
of
Dave
white.
on here. I've been telling Joe while Beer and a Movie was on, I'm like, I want to get Gurney on here. And,
I asked.
Yep. And apparently it was they said that you were scared that we were going to roast you. 'Cause
Well, the name of your
I know.
podcast is The Slow
you
Roast.
don't talk shit though, but
I've
everyone thinks
watched
we
it,
do.
and you do talk shit, but you're not.
Come on.
Who's somebody I
Have you seen this podcast?
I mean, Joe.
No, come on now.
And honestly, every time you've been on Beer and a Movie, it turns into a bit of a Joe roast, which I appreciate.
Yep.
I could do some roasting of some things that are on my mind about the scene and things that are going on in the scene, but I elect not to. I leave that up to these two.
No,
guys.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's mainly me. I
And
think
so
does Ed
that's
talk
the-
shit?
He says that so that everybody else can be like, "Thank you, Joe, for not talking shit about us."
Well, I'm just reminding you that I
have
have.
so hard, Joe.
You could probably splice together outtakes of when I did. I mean, I
I
probably
heard Joe
did.
invented roasting.
All the outtakes of Joe goes, well, everyone hates me now.
Yeah.
Because what?
Every time I take that out, and one time I strung them together and just listened to it for a 2-hour loop.
It's like I coughed a little yesterday, and now nobody wants me to be at their open mic.
Yeah, Dave and I did Beer and a Movie for 8 years.
Yeah.
900 beers.
That's impressive.
A lot of beers.
We had our 900th beer was the last beer we did on the last episode.
Well, isn't there a certain amount of beers that you have to drink, and you become one of those cicerones or whatever?
If only it were that simple. You got to take a test. You got to pay to
Beer test. Come on, man. They're like,
Hey, no, I mean,
how drunk are you now,
dude,
Is that beer?
Drive. You win.
I give total props
We're
to
both
people who
certified.
cicerones, sommeliers. That's hard stuff. That's a big world of knowledge to understand.
Yeah, we did our
to get
best. I
into.
faked it most of the time.
Oh, we both. did.
There was a dude that
Is that
used to
true?
work at House of Rock that He became a Cicerone.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
He kept on like, I'm studying for my thing, and he always had a beer, and he was writing shit down, and he was with it, dude.
Yeah, and there's like levels. You can, you have like your entry level where if you just want to be like a bartender, but then if you want to be somebody who's like the purchaser for some high-end establishment or something, you get these other credentials, and it's an amazing process. So there's a cool documentary called Somm that does the sommelier, like that
SOM?
the wine SOMM, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was on Netflix for a while. But it's just a fascinating thing to me because it's so fun. Like, it's so subjective what
Yeah.
you taste, the flavor, blah, blah, blah. Trying to convey it to other people, I think, is a talent. I love it when people can do it well. So, anyway.
My favorite thing about drinking beer is like when you drink it enough to where it's just like it tastes like water, and then you're in the clear.
I remember I would always start like when I'd go to Rebel Toad.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the Evil Little Soul, which was my favorite one that they make,
That was the Belgian.
I would do
yeah.
their Suicide Hops.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a
like-
hefty
yeah.
one, dude.
But then after that, every other beer somebody handed me didn't taste like anything.
Right.
Like-
Well, yeah, no, those
Yeah.
those big double IPAs will wreck your palate.
It
You're
kinda
not
reminds me of,
tasting the beer after
You
it.
saw
yeah.
Beer Fest, right?
Yes.
You know, you could drink Ram's piss. Heck, you could pretty much drink it. That was good.
Why didn't we watch that for the?
Yeah.
Well,
There was no debate about Beer. Everybody knows Beer Fest is a great movie.
Well, I feel like it's an underappreciated one,
It-
though. Like, you're right. I
yeah.
think those people who've seen it. Is that the Broken Lizard?
Oh, is
thing?
that-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
my question.
there's a new
Super
Super
3 now.
That's coming. Is it this year? Is it coming?
I think at the end of the year.
Yeah, something like that.
That second one was hilarious. I was a little worried. I'm like,
Really?
I
what?
didn't-
second
I
one?
didn't
I
like
thought
that
it
one
was
that
good.
much.
Oh, God. Everybody
you hate the second
one? I did-
hate the second one.
I'm with you, Andy. I'm with you on this one.
I just think
I'm
the
with you.
first one is so much better.
I think too.
I mean, it's the first one is the first one. I'm not saying that it's not a superior film,
Yeah.
but I was impressed with how much I
I,
liked.
I felt like the second one was just them trying to do nothing but callbacks to the first one. It was to me, it was similar to how I felt the same way about Eddie Murphy's Coming to America
Ooh,
2.
look at this
where,
segue.
yeah, but for real, like I loved Coming to America,
Yeah.
but the second one I
Oh,
just feel like
Now I'm there with
Yeah.
you. The set coming to
Yeah.
America, bad.
it was just a lot
was
of
not a
like
good
let's
movie.
Yeah.
let's revisit this, let's revisit
Right.
this.
Oh,
and
look, it's James Earl
and that's what-
Jones.
Super Troopers was part 2 was let's revisit this game, let's revisit these
I
games.
mean,
and there was
Super Troopers 2 did have some good jokes in it.
Yeah.
Like when they're messing with the Canadians about
Yes.
Danny DeVito and shit like
and,
that. That was
the key
funny.
to the key to happy household is a penis in asshole. A penis in
It
asshole.
has funny parts. It's just
But
the movie as a whole is. The first Super Troopers, I cared. Like I wanted them to save the thing. This one was just like.
yeah, yeah, I'm the same way. Like it
But
was.
the trailer for the third one looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Like I think Club Dread wasn't that good.
I like like if I'm ranking them, I'll put like last. I'll put the Slam and Salmon.
I haven't seen that one.
That one was with Michael
Is
Clark
it a
Duncan.
fishing tournament or something?
No, they work at Michael
They
Clark
work at
Duncan's former
a
heavyweight
boxer.
boxing champion who opens
Okay.
up a salmon
A
restaurant, and it's just.
It's kind of like waiting.
Okay.
But,
Okay. Well, that
yeah.
was a funny movie.
But
it's a
yeah.
good. It's a good setting for
Yeah.
a comedy.
I would say that, then Club Dread. Oh no, or Super Troopers 2, Club Dread. Then I don't know.
Beer Fest and
Super Troopers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Beer Fest is just there's something about
Beer
that.
Fest is.
I love that.
I'm disappointed we never got Weed Fest. That's what they say at the
Are
end.
there a lot of weed games though?
I thought they were making Weed Fest.
That
That's
was
what
the
they said at
always
the
thing.
end.
Yes, but I think that was just an ongoing running joke.
Uh,
But what stoner games are there? Like, I mean, I've seen different beer games. Like with
They
No,
have
that's
that-
true. I don't
They have
know.
to have stoner stuff in Amsterdam.
Yeah, but
Maya,
how
have
do
you ever
it's
seen
like-
any stoner games? But like, you know how they have like beer pong or some weird stuff like from beer, but like a weed smoking. I don't.
is there an
I know you smoke a
established
lot, don't
marijuana-based sports event around the world? Oh, no, I thought you could Google
Maya's
it.
our biggest weed connoisseur. So if Maya doesn't know, then hey, you know he's
Yeah, what? If Maya hasn't smoked it, it's not weed.
exactly.
What do they like? I don't know. What sport's big in the Netherlands? I don't even know. What are they?
Soccer.
Is it soccer? Is it
Football.
Kickboxing,
Football.
kickboxing. They have their own Dutch Muay Thai or Muay Thai stuff and the
Yeah.
fighting. Bas Rutten, fucking Netherlands. I hear though their hygiene's bad.
Can we?
in Sweden?
Or the Dutch Netherlands maybe somewhere around there. Like they say a lot of them will use they do like the whore bath of like wet wipes just real quick and then go about their day. And I've seen like reels on like online where people are like they're in a subway station and everyone has they're holding the rail and then there's like foreigners are like covering their nose because like this fucking smells horrible and all that. But people are commenting. They're like, oh, in that area, like, yeah, hygiene's a little suspect.
I guess that's a trade off for free healthcare.
Yeah. They're like, fuck it. Let me. Yep. So what'd you bring for us, Dave?
So as Joe mentioned, it was it's the Kentucky Derby was today. So I was having a little bourbon earlier in the afternoon. I thought I'd
Not
bring
yet.
a bottle over to share with y'all, and this is Early Times Bottled and Bond, 100 proof. So
okay.
sip it, go sparingly. It's actually got like kind of a sweetness to it, as some bourbons do. I think it goes down pretty easily. Yeah, it's actually. If you just get the straight ahead Early Times, it's one of the cheapest bottles on the shelf. It's one of those that I know I did, like, you know, when I was in my 20s, like I would get a cheap bottle of that with friends. This though is their bottled and bond, so it's a higher proof. It's kind of known as like a cheap heat situation in the liquor store. Like if you only got $20, but you really want bang for your buck, this is a good option.
You sure you don't wanna go
Daniel,
What?
sip? Sure you don't want to sip?
No, because like I need something with it. I'm
Well, you walk out to go
We'll
take
run
a
next door and
crying.
get a Coke, right? They get a
Andy-
Coke over there.
Oh, sorry. Lower it.
Which one?
talk
What's your
directly into it.
Okay, like this.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you can twist it so that your neck is not craned.
So
Look at that.
we have
Hey,
a
baby.
busy schedule today, right? I
Yes.
hear you've been
Uh,
posting, teasing a big announcement.
Well, I knew that at this moment we would tell you what we're doing in the next episode,
Because we do this all
which
the
is
time.
2 weeks from today. Maya.
Hey,
it's
sup,
that-
cuz.
Okay, so I was at a friend's birthday party and met a professional dominatrix.
What? What kind of birthday party was this?
No, it was a like completely family friendly pizza party.
That's family friendly.
I
And
don't look family friendly.
she and I just
She's very
she and I just had the best conversation. Cause it was she opened it up to be a ask me anything about dominatrixes that you want to. And I am here to answer those questions. I am here to demystify. I am here to explain, because we see it in movies and it's always this and that. So yeah, she agreed to come on the next episode.
Okay, cool.
I like the background.
And a local
Purple black.
comedian.
I don't know, something about her. I can't put my finger on it.
You want to be
But
dominated
nothing
by it.
really. She seems smart.
Yeah. She has a lot to say, I think, guys.
She's got brains.
I'm with you, Andy. I'm with you. I'm looking forward to this
She
guest.
will be here in 2 weeks.
And she's dominating a comedian.
And there's a local comedian. It might be me. It might be Blake. It might be Andy. It might be someone else that is going to her dungeon for a submission, domination primer.
Okay.
I mean, I guess with beer and a movie going away, you got to fill your time with something else.
It might be me.
Is that why y'all split, Dave?
Like, that's it.
I couldn't deliver the punishment he
Yeah.
needed. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's either this or her, and you know she's pretty smart. So
Hey, we tried.
Her takes are much better than mine.
She brings
No, David,
she
thank
has,
you for trying.
some great assets to the show, you know.
I did what I could.
you don't stomp on his balls hard enough.
Yep.
I hope
If you've ever reviewed a movie with him,
I hope you guys ask her about if stomping is.
Oh yeah.
another
No, I
thing,
got
like-
a whole bunch of questions
Yeah.
lined up already.
Blake brings out this book that he's working on.
Yeah.
now
Question number one.
In your book, you state that stopping on balls. is right.
He brings his glass. He's like, Miss Dominatrix, I'm glad you came today.
Yep.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Yep.
I do love the names of Lady Vanovia. There's something really like kind of, I don't know what the right word is, whimsical, kind of fun about like that even the dark world of BDSM
Right.
have like these kind of alter ego names. There's kind of a superhero-y element to it, right?
Right.
Like what's her superpower? Being able to stomp on your balls.
Yeah.
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 I wonder who was the first guy to be like, I wonder if this feels good. You know what I mean? Like who
pretty
takes
sure-
a nut shot and is like,
To me, you know
Isn't
what?
it some kid getting slapped by his mother and then never being able?
I
don't-
think it's. I think it's. A
I
lot of
shouldn't
time-
pathologize it like that.
It's like powerful people, so they
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to,
It
like,
often is.
Yeah.
have the
Well, you got to be able to afford. I mean, like she charges. She's
Yeah.
got, I mean, I guess maybe she's giving this local comedian a freebie to.
There might be a freebie. There might not be a freebie.
Okay,
know.
we don't know.
But
We'll,
maybe
all will
me.
be
I'll
I'll
revealed
probably get
next
a
week.
freebie if she gets a lot of sales from. The
I'll check my
fucking
account.
podcast.
I'll check my bank account a bit. and see.
Where's
I-
your Venmo, Brandon?
But I also want to. I would want to stress that I've been learning that this. I mean, this is a lifestyle that exists and is has
Just like
meaning
that.
to it. So we have to treat it, of course, very respectfully.
Hey, I'm very down with people getting whatever they need.
Don't get near my balls, dude.
I'm excited for this episode. I think it's going to be a fun episode for
Oh,
you guys.
man,
And then the comedian that visits the dungeon of Lady Venovia Serpentine will either reveal themselves or appear, and we're going to talk about what happened.
is it serpentine or serpentine?
Oh, don't get me to lying. I would look
Like
at that and say
I think that's the first
serpentine.
question.
How do we say your name?
I'm going with
If
the
you're
Axl
listening.
Rose
Actually,
pronunciation.
serpentine.
That's how I say it.
Oh,
In
there
fact,
you
that's how I
go.
want to say it out loud.
I'm gonna make you scream.
Yep. That's just on repeat in her fucking dungeon.
Mr. Brownstone is like
"No, this is
probably.
the torture, dude."
It's the one on appetite that people forget,
Yeah.
and they
I can't
should.
get on my knees any further.
I want to hear you scream.
Oh yeah.
Axl Rose.
Yep. I'm excited for this one. Good find, Joe.
Yeah, we talked about diversifying and not, just getting in the local weeds.
So
I'm going to learn a
birthday
lot.
party was like, well, my 4-year-old got a lot of. He's very niche in what he likes.
No,
Well,
this
they're all
was-
like managed by the same company that does clowns and ponies. And stuff.
Really?
Yeah, no,
That's cool.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need a clown dominatrix. Do we got any of those?
I don't know.
I bet there's somebody making a ton of money in like New York or LA as a clown dominatrix,
Oh,
right?
there's something,
There you have a
yeah.
big enough population, you get that.
You have to
many-
diversify to
I
get.
bet you there's somebody making a lot of money just like diapering
Yeah.
adults.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's a
that
big
that
thing.
happens here. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I think Corpus has a lot of adult diaper wearers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
See them in
Okay,
Walmart.
in 2 episodes, we will have the leader of the adult diaper wearing society. Okay, we're gonna
I
get to
got
the.
the number to the place.
We're gonna get to the bottom of everything.
Yep. So yep, there is our announcement, Lady Venovia.
Yeah, and the
Venovia.
local comedian who was nominated.
Would you do that, Andy?
This looks like a no, dude. Don't stomp on my balls.
Well, what if they don't stop? What if they just like beat you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that.
I think-
I need encouragement, dude.
I think that she's got 2 things. I mean, I don't know
I
the specifics.
hate myself enough. I don't need somebody else to do it.
I think that you've got people that are elder. No, that's not right. I think you've got people that are just have been doing this for a long time. That's one clientele. And our second clientele is someone that says, I've never done this and I'm just here on a goof. So teach,
I don't know.
show
if
me
there's a lot of-
show me what you're going
ask
to
her
show
about
me
that.
what
I
you
don't
do
think
and
get
let's
into
talk
it on a
about
goof.
limits.
I think you have to know somebody to know to get recommended as a client. I feel like she has a vetting
How-
process.
how hot- Eddie.
with party clowns and shit.
How hot does a girl have to be to make you do something like that? We all have our limits, like shit that you wouldn't do, but then like what was
I mean,
your fucking girl,
pretty
like
hot,
a Scarlett or Charlize Theron come to
I mean,
you?
I
and-
guess if I'm asking for high, I mean, yeah, pretty high.
yeah,
but,
like how like
But here's the thing. Also, like, if I got a little encouragement up top, it's just like, all right, we're gonna do this, and then she like has it like, listen, I like to do it like this. I'm worthless enough to fucking do it. It's
But I think in these situations, like it's different when it's like part of a relationship that's like
Yeah.
you're not paying each other. But when you're like going as a client,
yeah.
I think there's a whole process of like, what are the things you want done to you? Here are some things that I
you need a
can
session
do.
0.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. You set. I bet that's what it's going to be for this
yeah,
comedian.
like I said,
who
it's a
goes. Like,
primer.
you'll
It's,
talk about what are the things that you're comfortable with me doing.
Here are your
What's
options.
the safe word if you want out of this thing?
Let me do this.
Fucking
And then it turns out like, dude, I just been playing D&D with
Yeah.
this girl the whole time.
Well, that'd be a fun thing
And
to
she
be
would
paid
probably
for,
do
too.
that with you.
I bet she would. Anyway, that's next episode.
Next episode. Yep. Gotta stack a lot of questions for that one. So, I need to find out who this comedian is. I thought it was Andy.
No,
No.
I can't afford that.
We got We got the money. We could cover it.
Well, maybe you and your Illuminati
Hey,
connections.
you know, that's how it is. Got to work the Illuminati scene. I know those adult diaper people, man.
I'm one of them.
They got
He ripped
deep
off his
pockets.
pants.
Trying to get there. Trying to get
Goo
there.
goo, motherfucker.
Which comedian would you most like to see if one had to be chosen? Which one should go in a local scene, or is that too in the local weeds?
Tina.
No. There's a.
Yeah, Tina and the girl. I mean, come on. That'd be nice.
I don't know what we're doing.
Well, was that not the question?
I have a pick. Would you guys want to hear? Who
Yeah.
I picked? David Zimmerman.
Zimmerman would be interesting.
Because he
Step
already
on my
he already has this
balls.
weird sexual energy that he brings on the stage. Like hearing him talk about it would probably be a little
that'd be
scary
fucking
on
hilarious.
some level. Yeah.
She
and
touched my
funny.
penis for the first time.
We need to get Zimmerman back on here. Did you say he's doing some puppet thing or some shit or no?
He, in part of Zimmerman's act, he has a special friend that he
Oh
brings
yeah,
out.
he's done that.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen
I
it?
haven't seen
It's
that
pretty
bit
good.
either.
Even when I started, Zimmerman was kind of leaving the scene,
Uh-huh.
and he came in. I haven't seen him do that since he's come back. So
He did it back then too.
yeah, but like not when he was just about out. Like I only saw him a few times, like maybe 3 times,
Yeah.
and then he just disappeared. I think it was him and was it John McDermott or something like that? Or,
He was funniest. He was the very last funniest in Corpus.
McDermott.
McDermott.
He's good. Huh?
After that, they never did it again.
Can't top it.
Yeah, right. You've hit the funniest.
Yep, we already got the funniest. Why are we gonna keep looking?
But where is McDermott now?
Oh,
Exactly.
moved on. Bigger thing. Isn't that Matt Rife now?
He's morphed into
Yeah.
Matt.
He is Matt Rife.
That's his character. I mean, everybody knows him that way now.
So let's toast before we get
Yeah.
into this
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
debate here.
Me too.
Cheers.
I don't think I've ever been to a proper Kentucky Derby party.
Really?
Yeah,
Never.
no,
Aren't you white?
yeah.
Yeah, I know,
the
right?
fuck?
With horses and everything.
I
mean,
mean, a Kentucky Derby party would be a party thrown to
Just to
watch
watch it,
the
like-
Kentucky Derby and get dressed up like we're at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
That's
Usually bourbon, mint julep is the drink. I'm not bringing the stuff to mix drinks, but yeah.
Did you have mint juleps?
I have not had one of those today.
Okay.
But I have in the past. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely a regular piece of what a derby party is. I have a colleague who's from Kentucky. She grew up there, so it's kind of like a big deal for
She
them.
hosts
This
the
is
party?
like a cultural, like,
Yeah.
happening.
Can you
for-
do a
for them.
Kentucky accent?
Can I know? I'm
Do
not
they have an accent?
Whenever I do Southern,
Yeah.
Kentucky's like adjacent to Southern. It's like
Yeah,
a slightly Midwestern. Southern.
much. We're here at the Kentucky Derby.
Yes, right. Think Colonel Sanders. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna like my chicken. Like, yeah,
That was Elvis.
Here comes the first.
that's Tennessee, right?
Mhm.
So, but like the
Just
the
like Cartman
honey-
slave owner kind of voice and all that.
Yeah.
definitely.
It's New Orleans, but a little more of an
White.
asshole.
like elitist New Orleans.
I'm still not used
yeah.
to going up north and it still being the southern part of the U.S. Like I
Oh
went to
yeah, no, we're pretty
yeah,
deep in
I
it,
went
yeah.
to like think Virginia or Maryland, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're in the South." They're all Southerners, and I'm like, "Fuck you, Southerner!" Like,
Maryland?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's
not
right
nice
where
nowhere.
people will like there are people within both of those states
Yeah.
who do claim that they're southern and then people who claim that they're
Mhm.
more northern
Yeah.
and Yankee, but yeah.
yeah, but like it
I
wasn't.
guess if you go by like the old colonies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I remember I never understood like how like they would say like Alabama's more south than Texas or some shit. I'm like, fuck you, we're way south. Like that we're the South. But then I went to Alabama and I saw like every white Southern stereotype that you will see like
and
the,
you're like, this is
yeah,
this
I'm
is
like,
South.
this is South. We're deep South. We're beyond the wall of Game of Thrones fucking South or some shit. But yeah, like I saw like the 6 foot something 18-year-old who had like the camouflage shirt on with the
Uh-huh.
overalls, and he was like 300 something pounds, and his dad, who was like maybe 2 inches taller than him in the exact same
Yeah.
outfit. You had the like Bobby Joe kids running around, mullets everywhere. The only stereotype I didn't see in the South was a Skinner shirt. That's about the only thing I
That's
was.
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. that
But
you
like
would
their
think you would-
Walmart,
Because you take off their shirt and they have
Yeah.
the Skinner tattoo.
Yeah.
There you go. They don't need the shirt. They got it emblazoned on their chest.
but their
You're
Walmart
like,
was
this
nothing
baby's
but,
born.
yeah.
You're from Alabama, boy.
They had a whole NASCAR like mat like what Walmart would have is like one section. Their Walmart had like 3 sections dedicated to just NASCAR stuff.
NASCAR
It was so
paraphernalia.
NASCAR. They had the Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby
Mm.
NASCAR gear in there too, and all that shit like
Speaking
that.
of which, just saw David Keckner here last week. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
kinda
you went to a
funny.
show?
Yeah, I went to one of them that they had.
You opened for him, right?
Well, I opened up Friday, and then I got
Oh,
an
yeah, that's right.
abscess in my tooth,
Oh shit.
and I had to go to the doctor, and they had to rip it out.
Okay, because it wasn't you opening when I saw. I went
Yeah.
on Saturday.
So
yeah.
Saturday I didn't get to go because I kind of was in the ER.
Ooh.
How was he?
He was funny, but I don't think he was feeling the love from the crowd, and he definitely kind of crashed out at the end.
He did. Oh, wow.
But in kind of a funny way. He's like he just leaned into it, and he did like one of his like a series of whammies.
Yeah,
and
that's
he
what
just
that's
want
what
me
he
to-
did at the end of the
He
show.
did that for okay.
Yeah,
He kind of
and I got to do the best thing ever. He does that. He's like, maybe I'll take your mother out for a steak dinner and never call her again. And he put the thing out. He's like, go ahead, do it. And I was the only one. Dorothy Mantooth is insane. It's like a dream thing that you can kind of like yell at the
Yeah.
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 I've been quoting that for I don't know how long.
And you
Yeah.
quoted,
Do
you
it
did
to
the
the
scene
guy.
with him.
It's
That's
pretty
awesome.
good. Like,
That's
come on,
awesome.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I was
And he was pretty cool.
Were you guys? Were you in the upstairs room, or were you?
We were in the upstairs room in the other one because
They moved it over to the. Yeah.
the big room.
yeah, the AC broke, so they had to.
Oh, is that why it was
Oh,
over
so it
there?
was inside business.
And it was still kind of hot in the upstairs room, but in the upstairs, I like the upstairs room better. It's low ceiling. It's made for comedy. It's you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's dark. There's no distraction. The big room is just. It looks like a quinceañera room. You know, it's just like
It is.
He said that. He joked about
Yeah.
that for a bit. Yeah.
it's just it's a cool room.
Yeah.
It,
For
but
an
you
event,
but
yeah.
you really gotta fill it up for it to be like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
Whenever, because I never had the opportunity, whenever a big name like that comes in, big for us, you know, those were big shows, and you get to open for them, what's the like procedure to be able to do that?
What do you mean?
Well, they just called you and asked you?
No, I called them asked. I was like, can I do this? And they're like, well, we don't have anybody. Okay.
Did they make you send in a video?
No. But that's because I'm, you know, I don't do much different from what I've always done. And
Yeah.
Brandon's seen me 1,000 times.
Right, but Dave Keckner hadn't seen you. Does he not demand a video?
I think he asked Keckner, and Keckner was like, I don't care.
Okay.
See, other comics.
Yeah, there might be other ones that they're like, no, they're bringing a guy and blah, 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 blah.
The other
But-
comics were told they need a video to even have a chance. That Keckner has to screen it first.
Well, like I said, but I've been around for
Yeah,
forever.
but he,
and-
but
and he's
his
seen
point
me-
is he hasn't seen you. Keckner has. David has no clue what the fuck you do. You know what I mean?
But it, I mean, from the interaction that I got from Brandon is
I don't,
he
I-
just like,
yeah,
can he?
But
And
the,
Keckner was
the
like, yeah, I don't
interaction that
care.
happened the next day is comics. They're like, nope.
Hey, I would say
I don't want to shit on people.
how would you class? We're fucking around. How would you classify David? Because y'all have seen David at open mics. You've seen David at shows. We're good buddies. And you're, we're
How
yeah.
do we classify him?
Hey, no, I don't like where this is
The-
going.
the type of audience member, the people you kind of see from
Oh,
time
the
to time.
type of audience member.
Yeah, right. There are some of those in the local scene. The audience member that you see from time to time, maybe 6 times a year.
Like the dude that looked like Mexican OT.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah.
Right? He
That's
was
a
at the
distinct
show
look.
like
And
a
then
couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
that one that Renee mentioned, that artist that Rhiannon who does the paintings and all that
Mhm.
stuff. Got to see her at a lot of shows and all that stuff, and I just recognize people from.
And then there was always those theater kids that were there.
So yeah, no, I like I always like seeing Dave because he's always like legit laughing. You could tell when
Yeah,
he
Dave.
likes something or if he doesn't. You could kind of see it.
You know who I like? Marcy.
Oh, Marcy's good.
Marcy will make
yeah.
you feel like you're fucking Dave
Killing it.
Chappelle, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The just her she'll laugh. She laughs at almost anything, and she laughs hard.
loud. She marks out like.
Yeah.
It's good. I like telling jokes around Marcy.
When I go out for comedy, I am hoping to laugh. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking for that opportunity, or I'm open to that opportunity. And I think it kind of pisses me off, to be honest, when crowds are so uptight. Like
Mhm.
if somebody's goofing around and trying to open up with the audience, like give them
Let 'em do it,
them the like. You should lean towards. All right, I'll go on a journey with you. I'll have this funny train of thought that you want to follow. But too many times I've seen audiences where they're just like such tight asses. It's,
Hmm.
it's kind of
There's a lot of
frustrating.
time you get audiences who will be like, "Prove it to me."
Well, that's what I
Make
mean.
me
That's what I
laugh."
mean.
And it's just like, well, it's more like, if you want to go on this like journey with me, we can have fun together. But
I mean, it's amazing
can
when
do
you
that or
see a
this.
performer who can come into a room and actually kind of overtake that and really turn it into something. Speaking of which, I would say the guy in these movies that you guys are fighting about kind of was that comedian in a certain moment, because the 1980s for me, in terms of like what stand up kind of popped off and was sort of hard to ignore and impossible to ignore, Eddie Murphy. I mean, that guy could come out and it didn't matter who you were. He had that electric charisma that just, he was the coolest fucking guy in the world for like a decade.
How old were you when Raw came out? Does anyone remember
God.
when Raw
I
came
was
out?
like only 5 or 6, but so
Is that true?
it is. So I didn't get to see it until like later on cable.
87.
Probably, yeah. Oh no, 87. So
I was
Delirious
4.
was before.
Yeah, but I meant
thought-
I meant Raw.
Okay, Raw 87. I was 9. That I was.
Okay.
yeah,
I was already onto it. I didn't go to the theater to see it, but that was one where immediately when it came onto HBO,
Your
I
parents
was
couldn't
like,
stop you.
oh, my dad was inviting me. To
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
My,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
that
have-
was something the family was watching on TV. My dad, my mom, like they would watch that. Like, and you know, in the 80s, we were poor. We had one TV in the house, and that was
Yeah.
it. So if in the
Everybody's
evening,
crowding around. Yeah.
fucking dad wants to watch TV, and it's like he can't be like it's 9 o'clock at night. He can't be like, well, go out with your friends and play basketball or
Yeah.
some shit. It's,
Yeah.
well, fucking.
It's
guess
what
we're
we're
watching
watching.
this movie.
Yeah.
It's what everybody in the room is watching.
Yeah.
Now you would have been what, 13, 14?
87, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw
Did
that
you
in the-
go see it in the
in
theater?
the theater. I took a date. My parents disapproved that I would take a girl to such a vile film because they had read a leaflet at
Yeah,
church.
sure, yeah.
They have no idea.
My mom.
No, my parents would have known who Eddie Murphy was.
bet.
He was that big in the zeitgeist.
My mom was like, "You're not watching this," and then my dad would be like, "Hey, I recorded that Eddie Murphy thing," and so I'd have to watch it either with
Secretly.
him in secret or by
no.
myself. He's like, "Just don't let your mother see it."
So my parents were super religious, right? And I wouldn't have tried to do that in the house because there was a level of control that they were watching. And then there became a point where they kind of quit watching so much.
Yeah.
They were just as religious, but they kind of thought out, he's got to be a kid a little bit. But they didn't let me go full kid, right? So when would Delirious have been out?
I think that was
In
like
a
83.
on a cassette.
Oh, on cassette, probably 84 by 84,
Okay.
or maybe it was 83.
My cousin had that cassette Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah, yeah.
in his cassette collection, and I of course had a jam box with the earphones, and I had Walkman and all that.
Yeah.
And he slipped it to me like contraband for me to sneak
Right.
this into that bubble that they're trying to create.
Yeah.
And I got busted listening to it.
Wow.
Because you were laughing so hard.
My
Probably.
laughter just extended, and my parents
You
could
just
not
started
ignore it.
like, "Ain't that right?" you started talking like Eddie Murphy around the house. Mom.
That fucking
So I held Eddie Murphy up in comedy thinking as a child that didn't know he'd be doing comedy as an old man. That I held Eddie Murphy up to
Yeah.
high regard, and Raw in the movie theater, and Trading Places on VCR,
Oh, yeah.
and Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd, who I did know from Saturday Night Live. You know,
Yeah.
But you hadn't
And-
seen the Murphy stuff on. Were you watching SNL then?
no, if you consider when Eddie Murphy was on SNL, I do remember the sketch, seeing it because we were with out of town. My parents had taken me to Houston to my parents' best friends,
Okay.
and they were very liberal about letting their kids. Of course, our kids can watch zeitgeist moments.
Okay.
So I remember that one of the weekends.
Damn, that's what your parents would say.
Oh,
You must
shit.
not watch the zeitgeist.
No, there was a general fear of pop culture.
They were Baptist.
They're Baptist, and
How
they were.
often have you heard that word zeitgeist?
That's what I'm saying. He's like, it sounds really like we must keep him away from the zeitgeist. If he knows too much of the zeitgeist, all hope is lost.
See, okay, they didn't want me to experience the big events like when the Thriller video was released. Like that was a big deal for kids.
Sure.
It was a horror movie. Michael Jackson, he's on a string of hits, and the Thriller video was the classic Vincent Price crazy. You know, those were big moments that we didn't have MTV, but we'd go to these people's house and they had MTV. And I happened to be there the weekend that Thriller came out, and Van Halen Jump, the launch of the 1984, that album. That's how old I am.
Nice.
Y'all had big cultural moments though, like
9/11.
I'm talking about pop culture. Clearly, I'm just
Tupac
talking
and
about.
Biggie.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because the ones
It's
that
all
you're,
tragedy.
even though I'm a little younger than you, but I'm older than these guys, I definitely the moments of the '80s that you're talking about, I have some real presence in my memory. The '90s, I don't feel like there were as many. I mean, Kurt Cobain dying, that was kind of a big moment where I
Tupac and
remember
Biggie.
like that. Tupac and Biggie,
That was
both
massive.
of them dying.
But what were the big? Oh my God, this is a life-changing bend in popular music events. Y'all have those
In the 90s?
when you
Well,
were
I mean,
my age,
Nirvana,
when you
that
were
was a big one for
15
a lot
years
of
old.
people.
Manson kind of changed the
Okay,
scene for a
yeah,
bit.
Marilyn Manson
was in the
coming
90s,
along in the
mid-90s.
late '90s. Yeah,
Do you
That's
remember?
what I listened to when I was, of listening age. When you're really in like fucking what kind of music you listen to,
Yeah.
dude.
how do you define yourself through
Yeah,
music,
like
asshole? Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Uh,
that was-
when
Well, it's
I
also-
was in that age, I liked new metal,
Huh.
What was
like
new metal?
Korn, and-
Corn, Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit.
yeah, all that shit.
But like, I feel like
I was a
Manson
douche.
was around before Korn and them. Though. Like I wouldn't put them like that. I feel like that's a whole different genre that came after.
After Manson,
Yeah, because Manson was
Yeah.
around earlier.
I'll tell you this: I did like Manson. When all that Sweet Dreams came out, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is cool. But then I remember getting
That was
that
a big
album.
event too. That was in 2000.
And there's a song on that album where it was called "Fuck,
Fuck Frankie. Yeah, I mean, where you going
and
with
I
that?
was like, I went straight to that song. He's like, I thought it was gonna be like "Fuck you, you motherfucker," and it's just two guys going, ugh, ugh.
Moaning, yeah.
ugh.
Saying fuck
And I'm like,
Frankie.
what is this? I don't
Like-
think I like Marilyn Manson anymore.
The thing that's crazy about
You
that, like,
clown your
yeah,
ass.
Yeah, he got me, dude. I'm that scared. I was like, ugh.
that whole album is just nothing but covers. Like, there's not one original.
Really?
Yeah. It's if you look at it, it's a lot of covers from Portrait of American Family. Then I Put a Spell on You is a cover.
Yeah.
Sweet Dreams is a cover. It's all. I think Fuck Frankie's the only original thing on there. It's just guys
Not what I
moaning.
thought it was.
Yeah, but like I love Portrait of American Family and Antichrist Superstar. Were
I think I had that one. I think there was some kid in my class who stole some other kid's like CD library. Remember we had those CD
yeah,
books,
like the portfolio.
and
books, yeah.
he sold me for fucking $2
Oh man,
that Antichrist Superstar.
Damn. Well, Joe, I say it's time to get
Good.
into this. 'cause
Well, okay, I
we
was
are-
I was trying to get us into it by
saying
walking
zeitgeist.
through. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
never
yeah.
fucking saying that word on this show ever again.
Oh, fuck
You
it.
try to use a big word and I forget. Corpus.
Know your audience, bro.
You-
How many of our subscribers know what the fuck zeitgeist is?
Maybe they're running right now to learn.
You know what? Did you ever see on Netflix they used to have videos of the Zeitgeist 2014, and it would just be a bunch of clips of shit going on.
And people rejected the word zeitgeist.
And then-
Ah!
But I remember seeing that. I'm like,
Netflix
"Whoa,
sold
what
me
the
on
fuck
it.
is this Zeitgeist?
I just put thumbs down.
I
Get
just
this off
watch
my
it.
phone.
I'm like, Zeitgeist is dumb. I don't like this.
Okay, so here's the one 1988 where when Coming to America hit. Because when Coming to America hit, that was
that was big,
huge.
huge.
And Eddie Murphy is just on a string of success,
Oh,
success,
yeah.
success.
Eddie Murphy was the Jim Carrey of his
I mean,
time.
Beverly
Yeah,
Hills.
there you go.
Cop,
Beverly Hills Cop.
They had
You know, my experience
Huge
with that
moments,
was I was too young to really remember 1 and 2, but the one that I saw consistently was 3. And that's what put me on. I'm like, hey, let me check these out. And then I was like, oh fuck, I love all these.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people don't like 3 as much, and I have I think a soft spot for 3 because
probably
that was
helped
my
you came to it first.
that was my
Yeah.
my introduction to it.
Yeah.
Let's put a
Back to
pin
the
in
Future
that.
3?
yeah.
Okay.
I think he meant
Then
Beverly Hills Cop.
after all
Beverly
these
Hills Cop
hits, he
3.
begins to hit what many like film looker historians, cineastas think is the first slump in his career. You follow me?
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to figure out where we all intersect of who we knew Eddie Murphy was.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Boomerang.
I didn't
Never
mind that
saw
one.
it.
which did okay.
Yeah,
I
that one did
think.
all right.
But
it just wasn't. The
it was-
comedy.
I'm sorry, I did not mention Harlem Nights.
Yeah, that's great.
Never
Harlem
saw
Nights
that
was
one.
a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
I'm
profound.
talking about
dip.
box office.
Right.
Another 48 Hours, Boomerang, and where do you intersect? The Distinguished Gentleman, Beverly Hills Cop 3, 1994.
That was the one with the roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
I
one.
did too.
So you
Somebody
kind of got
shot
into
Uncle
it
Dave?
there. Okay, then it was Vampire in Brooklyn,
And that was just
Uh-huh.
kind of bad.
Yeah.
and that's bad.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
And then here comes, in 1996, The Nutty Professor.
Bingo.
And I'll tell you this, I liked it at 96.
How old were you?
13 maybe.
Did you go to the movie theater?
Yep. I actually went out on a date with like what I thought was the hottest girl in my middle school.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get this fucking chick. We go out to the fucking movie.
You want to ride bicycles?
But you were in high school.
I was in middle school.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm not Jay.
Okay, what?
Yeah. So, I get this girl to the fucking movie. Like it's summertime, I take her out to the fucking movie, get to make out with her during this movie. So in my head, there's a lot of like, I love fucking Nutty Professor. This shit is the best thing ever.
You connected it.
It was
to,
kind of a perfect date
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation. No, I get that.
Yeah.
That,
So like,
that could
hey, so
work
to
real
me,
well.
like growing up, I had the complete opposite argument of what I have today. Because I was like, oh fuck, this movie's hilarious.
you were
nothing's
so
wrong with that
you were
movie.
so young, naive, and open-minded back then. When you saw it as a young person, that the popcorn was popcornier.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't
the
even remember the
Coke was cokier.
No,
no
I-
popcorn.
I don't even
And the
remember any of that.
laughs
I just
were
remember the
funnier.
girl and laughing at the movie, and I'm like, I kissed the hot chick. That's all I fucking remember. From that day.
But how much Eddie Murphy did you know before?
Oh, I knew all Eddie.
you had
Murphy stuff.
already.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
said
Okay.
Beverly Hills
Yeah,
Cop
like,
3 was kind of an
but
important.
like that was
one.
that was just my
couple years
introduction of
before.
the Beverly Hills Cop series. But I when Raw came out on HBO and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I was already watching it with my
Okay.
dad and all that stuff. So
How did you get to Nutty Professor? Do you remember?
Well, I definitely had the 80s Eddie Murphy experience, a little bit delayed. I wasn't watching from day one, but I definitely had it was probably around a couple years after Beverly Hills Cop had been out, and I probably saw that on cable, and I think I, at some point, convinced my dad to let me watch Delirious before Raw had even come out.
Right.
And because we watched a lot of stand up together in the 80s, there was a time, you guys remember there were like all those
Yeah.
half-hour comedy
Rodney
hour and at
Dangerfield
the
had his
improv,
shows,
and
yeah.
right, those annual young comedian specials on HBO. I remember watching Sam Kinison with my dad on that. Like that was like 83 or 84. I would have been 5 or 6 years old. I laughed my ass off.
Kinison
at
was
Sam
great.
Kinison.
He would have been an impression
Oh yeah.
because he was the opposite of anything you saw on
The
So
TV.
yelling,
Murphy
yeah.
was kind of that electric
Big
too,
time.
and definitely had that. So
Big time.
by the time Nutty Professor, I had gone through some of the doldrums of what you're talking about. I didn't go see Vampire in Brooklyn, but I read the reviews.
I saw it on TV.
and
like
I
HBO
heard
and
such
stuff.
negative stuff. I didn't want to see it. I did go see Boomerang and Distinguished Gentleman, and I remember feeling like, okay, these are good movies, but it's not like
Yeah.
the electric popping off the screen kind of Eddie Murphy from
Coming to
48 Hours,
America.
Coming to America, those movies from the 80s. Even Golden Child, I kind of have a soft spot for.
haven't
I
seen
really
that one.
like that one.
I bet you saw it really young, Golden Child.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Adults hated
And that was
ad-
PG-13.
Adults hated that movie when it came out.
Sure. Yeah.
But the
I haven't
kids,
rewatched that one.
Why?
Shout out
Huh?
Corpus Christi Originals
I don't
podcast.
know.
They always tune in. So
Nice.
Corpus Christi original suite.
yeah, Jesus, Jesse.
Um,
No one ever knows his name.
He knows what's up.
All right.
No one knows his real name.
At Beard, a movie we would synopsize the movie.
It's another big word our audience
Right.
doesn't know.
What's the zeitgeist of that synopsis?
I don't know,
Well,
but
okay, let me-
y'all
can I-
didn't
can
give
I
him
add
any
something?
shit for doldrums.
Oh, I do bring up my 50
Those
cent
are, that sounds like a made up word.
I didn't even hear that word. That's
There you go. Tune it out.
That sounds like a
I'll tune out.
whimsical kind of like.
I'm
But
paying attention.
Let me mention
Dragon
something, a
word.
connection to the film that doesn't even have to do with Murphy.
Okay.
Because my mom was a big Jerry Lewis fan.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so
Of course.
I watched a lot of Jerry Lewis
did too,
movies when I
yeah.
was a kid, and Nutty Professor was among those. So even before the Eddie Murphy version
Like you
came
had
out,
a-
I knew the Nutty Professor, and I was
Buddy
kind
Love,
of a fan of this
yeah.
idea of like Jekyll and Hyde story set in, a professor's lab at a college here in the United States. So the concept already I was sold on, knowing that Eddie Murphy was doing it. didn't make me go to the theater to see it because I was just graduating high school in '96. That was the year I graduated. So I was like 18 probably when this came out.
Yeah.
And I was dating Aaron at the time, but I don't remember. We didn't prioritize this. I think I thought of this as I'm not convinced Eddie Murphy can do something as good as Jerry Lewis's movie. And I was worried because he had this dip. And so I didn't even try it. It wasn't until it was on cable that I saw it.
So, what's your thoughts? Did he?
Oh, can I ask one more question? I'm sorry,
Sure.
Blake.
God damn it,
One
sure.
more question. Prior to this moment, we had not seen Eddie Murphy as. No, we had Coming to America when they played
Yes, that
different
was Murphy's
people
first
throughout the
multi-character,
movie.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
on SNL, he had done the famous I disguised myself as a
Well,
white
sure,
man
yeah.
skit where he kind of changed his appearance.
Yeah.
He changes himself into many ethnicities over the course of the two films that we're about to talk about.
Well, absolutely.
But like he had successfully in Coming to America.
Yeah.
The old
It's
Jewish
great.
guy at
Yeah,
the
Jewish
barbershop.
one was great.
Yes.
Jewish guys.
No, the barbershop Greek chorus of Coming to America is absolutely one of its high points.
Yep.
And that he did, it's kind of, look, can we just put on the table here? Eddie Murphy, bow down. The dude is an amazing actor. He can pull off so many different voices, so many different postures, little verbal tics, little weird physical mannerisms, even under prosthetics. Like whatever we're going to say about these films, the man is a genius and in performance and what he's able to do there.
Did anybody
Agreed.
Did anybody learn how this movie came to be? Was this Eddie Murphy's desire?
No.
How did it
I feel like this
come
was,
together?
That's a great question. I know it was something that was kind of percolating in Hollywood, and I don't know that he was even attached to it initially.
Let me look.
That they wanted to do maybe a remake. The director,
Shadyac.
Shadyac,
Tom Shadyac.
who had great success with Ace Ventura, was it? And Ace Ventura was a bit before this. Like
Ace
2 or 3
Ventura was
years.
Ace Ventura was 2 years before this.
How do you guys
and
feel about Ace Ventura?
Ace
I love
Ventura was the first movie that I saw in a theater that I fell out of my chair laughing.
Yeah, I love the fact they got Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Fucking cannibal corpses up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just saw it not too long ago, and I'm still laughing. Like,
Yeah.
What's the password?
I watched it not too long ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that for the photo, that the girl who played Einhorn or whatever, like she did the actual football photo. They used her picture, like the old NFL photo. They put her in drag. They said
Oh,
That made her
her.
look like Finkel.
Yeah, like
That
instead-
Sean
instead-
Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
yeah.
she went along and agreed to be like, instead of using a guy's image,
Yeah.
like she went in drag for the
Did it.
picture. And all
Sean
that.
Young is the worst part of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Her performance in that movie makes me want to turn the dial down as far as if I'm enjoying it.
Interesting.
Her barking,
But that was her character. She was the bad guy.
no,
All right.
no.
It's such
Joe
a
hates women.
cartoony movie.
Yeah.
I
True.
hear where you're coming from, but like everything about it is
It's
just
over
like
the
so.
top.
So
over
yeah,
the
I mean
top.
that was
his
the
I mean, it's. Let's just put that out there because that was Jim Carrey's real like breakout as a star.
Yeah, that was the one.
in film. Like obviously
And
in
he
Living
rewrote
Color
a lot of
had,
that script too.
but that performance that they were willing to go that far with it, that Shadyac or Shadyac were like, yeah, this is okay. We're gonna do it. That was a gamble. Like that could have blown up in their faces and turned into nothing. But it was fire. I mean, the thing just. I remember. I didn't go see it like opening weekend, and I remember being at school. And like the next week, all the kids who had seen it, it was that movie that everybody was like, "Did you go see Ace Ventura?" No, seriously. And if you hadn't seen it, you were lame, and you got to get on.
Because
the
you couldn't talk train. about it. Everybody
No,
nobody could talk
everybody's
about it.
quoting like I like to ask you something. Ask you something. It was talk about zeitgeist.
oh yeah, big time.
We're not supposed to.
All right,
but
so
yeah.
Shadyac is clearly has a huge success on his hands
Yeah.
and has pics of scripts.
Yeah.
I'm imagining, and somehow they got connected. Eddie Murphy wanted to work with this hot actor that just had a huge success. I'm sorry,
Hot
director,
yeah.
that had just had a huge success with. I would have cut that out of Beer in a Movie.
Joe needs to look perfect. Joe's perfect in every way.
Audio podcasts, you have to have audio quality that doesn't
Yeah.
turn people off.
I agree.
No, I don't agree.
Mm.
But that's just because I'm lazy and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
but like,
no,
that,
it takes
like
work.
I'm lazy as fuck, but I still agree. I'm not doing it. I will gladly pay somebody to fucking do that shit. But
I
I,
don't have
know,
money either,
I know
so.
editing. Like even then, like I don't have the money right now. I still know it needs to be done. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna be like, oh no, this doesn't need editing. I know it needs it. Am I gonna do it? Probably fucking not. So yeah, back to my question. The movie critic, the impartial one here.
Hmm.
What were your thoughts on? Did it hold up, or were you glad you
Okay.
avoided it?
Well,
from
he
the
hasn't
cherry
got
ones?
to Norbit yet.
We're talking
Well,
about the
well, no,
fucking
no, no.
first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are we gonna go in order?
Yeah. We're talking about
okay.
Nutty Professor. You're building up. The
Yeah.
idea that look,
You just did this whole fucking.
he's
build-up.
working with this hot director.
I'm just hijacking
This
the
is
show.
going to be maybe a kind of comeback thing for him. I'm going to do kind of a callback to what I did with Coming to America, where I did this like whole little group of characters that I'm going to put on prosthetics and different kinds of makeup. I forgot that he did the trainer character too. I remembered the clump
The Richard
family.
Simmons
the Richard
style.
Simmons one.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, like those scenes are really freaking good. Like he nails Simmons and does it so well. He's such a good mimic. He's such a good imitator. The doc that I know I mentioned you guys off mic that Being Eddie. It's a stock on Netflix about his career. And he does a lot, like he talks a lot about doing like Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby. He nails them. When he does their voices, it's like exactly right on. So that he takes that on, I think that's actually sharper than I even remember it being. I don't know. Like I'm sorry to hear that you guys that you it's fallen off so much for you. I don't think it has for me. I don't think it's the greatest Eddie Murphy film by a long shot. Like I'm much more a fan of 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop. Like there's many that I would put before this one. Dolomite Is My Name.
Yeah, we reviewed that on the show.
There are Eddie Murphy films that I'd put before it, but to me this is like a real solid one, and one that I'm like, especially if you're, maybe trying to introduce a younger fan, a much younger fan, bring them in.
Yeah, I feel like this goes like if I'm gonna, like to me, I don't think these two should be compared. I should compare this to fucking Dr. Doolittle or something like another
Nutty
like that.
Professor?
Yeah, I don't think.
Another effects heavy film.
Or not even effects heavy.
Yeah,
it's
but he
just I
doesn't
feel
do
like
the
this is more
Right.
of like
Those dinner scenes, I think,
this is like
are
more preteen.
classic.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
That dinner scene went on. The first one went
There's a
on
couple.
The
Oh.
first one went on too long.
You could that
That-
that was the funniest part of the movie.
No,
You can't have it too long.
That is
That was
That was the
iconic.
funniest
that was
part of the
too
movie.
long. I loved it back then. Now, and I didn't watch this alone. I watched this with two other people who
Hold
hadn't
on,
seen the fucking movie.
when you had this movie the first time when you were younger, you loved
I
the
liked
scene.
it.
He went. Well, he was making out during it, though,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
he wasn't
God.
paying attention.
He wasn't
But,
paying
like,
attention at all.
yeah.
Which is a better defense for
You
him.
could put any fucking movie on the screen. It would have been
Which was a
amazing.
better
But
defense.
like in a
Yeah.
Pavlovian way, you don't feel like you have a boob in your hand when you're
Yeah,
hearing him
no,
recite
like, I
those
just-
lines. No,
I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my god, like yes, when they finally got to those points, like the Hercules part is funny. The farting part, kind of funny.
okay.
But like
I'm gonna
it
give
took-
that. That is one of the acceptable
Yeah.
fart jokes in cinema. I'm
it
there
took
for
too
it.
long to
Yeah.
get all that. That whole scene was really long. They could have cut that by 2 or 3 minutes and it still be.
What
It's
I
been
like about
better.
it, I'll say what I find still to be a strength of it, that I don't think I acknowledged then, but like they are a family that actually kind of loves each other and is like supporting each other, and there's like a cool like it's not mean spirited, and it's not just like weak and like being too nice. It's like it's a
Even with the mother-in-law,
yeah.
it's a lot of
Yes,
threats
yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
posturing.
Oh yeah.
But we know they love each other, and
How
this
does
is
she say
just
she
a thing.
pleasures herself. What's that line? Oh my god, I can't like.
I don't remember.
The mother-in-law who's like talking about that, sometimes
Toothless.
I give myself the whatever. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. And those are all Eddie Murphy, other than the
Well, see,
kid,
that was the
kid.
thing I remember in '96, and probably have read an Entertainment Weekly article about the special effects about the movie before I went to the movie. Was being pretty.
And you were 18 at the time?
When did it come out?
96.
'96.
I was 18. That was no.
No.
You would have been like 20.
I would have been
something.
24.
Yeah.
24 and you're like, I gotta know about the.
So
prosthetics of
he's
this
doing
movie.
like
Yeah, I
lines
was a
of
big movie
cocaine
nerd.
in the bathroom. Yeah, no, you were
Like,
definitely in your party.
Big fan of
20s,
cocaine
yeah.
and movies.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
like, I
Not-
gotta stay awake during this movie too.
Why don't I live in L.A.?
What did you think, Joe? I mean,
I just remember being flabbergasted
that in the
uh,
zeitgeist.
that Eddie Murphy was up there, and the effects look so seamless, and I think hold up even on like HD TV. It doesn't look that bad.
well, it's
to
not
me.
CGI. It's all practical prosthetic effects. that
Right, but
they're-
merging
yes.
them together,
Although then, yes, the
they
stuff
didn't
that they're
clone
doing, no,
Eddie
that's a
Murphy,
good- yeah,
Dave.
yeah, they didn't. No.
They had to weave it together, and the reactions between them are
Yeah.
so spot on. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
I would like to know how they do that, but it still works now. What didn't hold up on the CG was the CG on the HD TV, especially when he starts like getting real,
Flipping out that
yeah,
final
getting big and
climactic
oozy at the
scene,
end
yeah.
part. Also, I don't imagine a world ever, and even in the world that they built for us to watch, that Jada Pinkett Smith would ever have any interest in anything physical
Keep
with
her name
Sherman
out of your mouth.
ever.
I think the thing,
Don't hit me.
yeah, to piggyback off that, I agree. Like, I felt like her thing was
It
100%,
doesn't get
it
there.
was shoehorned in, like the way, like
Oh no,
Eddie,
this, I
he
mean,
meets her. He shows up at her house. Oh, I looked up your address in the directory. I hope you don't mind, which is fucking creepy as fuck.
It's
It's
already.
creepy in
And
2026, but that did not strike any kind of
that
creepy note
was,
back then.
in a weird way,
But,
like
and then-
all of the romantic sort of counterparts that Eddie Murphy has, like never feel right
But
to me. And almost
I
any
disagree. I
of-
think Norbit has a good romantic
Oh,
story.
you-
Hold on,
you
we're
think
not too
Thandie Newton
Norbit.
works?
Norbit.
Huh?
You think Thandie Newton works?
No. But like, I think the story of how that love story that they built in Norbit
Yeah.
makes sense. It's, hey, y'all were orphanage friends. Y'all loved each
Yeah.
other as orphans. She left. She comes back.
I'm,
And y'all have a childhood. Like, this is my childhood love.
it's definitely a stronger
that makes
backstory.
more sense
I'll
than,
give you that.
Hey,
I'll give you
a fat
that.
guy
Okay.
shows up at my house. You looked up my address from a work directory.
But she's
hope
hold
you
on,
don't
let
she's
me
mind.
in
finish-
love
let
with
me
his
finish-
brain.
let me
She's
finish,
in love
though.
with his reason.
No, she
Hold on.
respects and admires him.
yes,
I thought-
right.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's already one red flag. And then, okay, the X word, then, oh, you know what? My homeboy, fucking go out with this dude. This dude is fucking off the fucking rocker. And she's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, my bad. And now she's like, she falls in love like within a day. She's like in love with both
Well,
these
that's
fucking
how
people.
magnetic Buddy Love's personality
that-
is.
like-
right, yeah.
But like, it's just like, come on, shut the fuck up. Like,
But here-
give me some fucking
Okay, but
story.
why that works for me with Buddy Love is that, and I didn't remember thinking this when I saw it 20 years ago.
That's where my head is too.
is Buddy Love is Eddie Murphy from the 80s on like steroids in a way. It's like if we pushed the Eddie Murphy of Raw even further and like turned him into this like real like shithead. Like
Well, and the audience loved those jokes.
Yes.
When that movie came out.
yeah, oh yeah. I
That-
mean the roasting
The shit
like,
locks on your head, Reggie.
you know, we were talking about roasting earlier,
Yeah.
but when you have that first Dave Chappelle, and what's the comedian
Re-
character that
Reggie-
Reggie something?
I'll
Yeah.
look.
He actually did it on a
Jenkins?
like on a Chris Rock album the next year. Like he
did, yeah.
reprised that same comedian character. By the way, that is a funny ass performance. That is not who Dave Chappelle is on stage,
Yeah.
and it is funny to see him acting that way when he was that skinny and like wiry. Like it's like a funny
Reggie Warrington.
moment in time.
Warrington.
Warrington, yeah. So the takedown a clump is hilarious. Like that one it works. Sad in a way, and we can maybe talk about however we feel about the fat shaming humor of the stuff. Like
yeah.
but I think in Nutty Professor, because then you get the sort of counterbalance of when he comes back as Buddy Love and totally takes apart the Reggie character.
Everybody remember Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
Okay, same movie backward, right? A different effect,
Yeah.
the reason why, but I'm learning the true insides of an otherwise person larger than I would ever be with.
Yeah.
But because I'm seeing the thin form of Gwyneth Paltrow, I'm seeing the beauty and the inner, and
Well, you can smell the vagina candle at that point. That's the difference. Like when there's too much, you can't smell. It's like the crock pot
There
thing.
you
I mean,
go.
no.
See? Look at that. You got a fan. You got a fan. I like that. But,
Although actually, I did. We'll wait for Norbit to talk about crock pots
Crock-
further.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
No, but like I really felt like rewatching because I said I love the movie fucking growing up, and then I saw it like 10 years ago.
So
It's a
what
clip-
doesn't work for you now?
the fucking intro is stupid. The whole setup, it's corny. It's just hacky,
Okay,
corny.
but corny's
No,
corny
no.
can be fun.
It can be, and it wasn't. It,
Oh.
like to me, it was like it was too
But it wasn't.
it was too predictable, corny. Of hey, look, like okay, you're telling me the fat dude who nudges a cage to let all the guinea pigs
Yeah.
out doesn't hear the loud fucking noise and the cage is open when he's fucking leaving.
Well, he
There's-
does it twice in one visit,
but, like-
which means that it's happening every time he visits, and
Yeah.
they would have solved the problem
Like
well
to me,
before
it's just
now.
like everything was. It was
You're trying to apply way
No,
too
like,
much logic to this.
to me, everything
I'm
was
just trying to help.
It's shoehorned in. It was just we get it. You're fat. You're telling me you've been this fat.
He
for this
erases
long.
the blackboard with his belly.
You tell me that. Oh, shut the fuck up with that. Like it's and then
That seems hack now.
it was just it's hack. Like and again, and that was my argument. Maybe this movie was good in the 90s.
Mhm.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
But
Well, certainly
today,
popular.
I
It
think we
doesn't-
talked
today-
about Eddie Murphy, Vampire and Burger, and we agreed. I never saw it. We agreed that movie sucks.
yeah, yeah.
That was
I-
that was
I-
what we
In
thought.
my defense, I want to rewatch it, but I remember when it first
I
came
never
out,
saw that movie.
I was like, this
Which
movie,
movie?
sucks. Vampire and
The
Burger.
Vampire and Burger.
I still haven't watched it.
I saw
I
it
watched it on
HBO, and I was just like,
VHS or
yeah.
HBO. I did not.
And he
go-
plays multiple characters in that, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought he
bad.
did. I thought he
It-
plays the vampire, but then
Nobody remembers this
No
movie,
one
but we
cares.
all agreed it sucked.
You know what? The only answer I can give is that I completely
I'm gonna put
forgot.
Nutty Professor above
I know
it
that he
right
comes
now,
up
which
like
is saying
this.
a lot.
real
Comes
cool.
up.
I'm not
Like
gonna
the
lie, man.
Undertaker.
like that.
in a stiff. Yeah.
I honestly wanted to walk out watching
I
that.
think
fucking
John
Nutty-
Carpenter.
and I was at
John
home.
Carpenter direct that?
I wanted to walk out of my house, and
No.
like Andy wasn't lying. I sent him in our group chat.
Yeah.
I fucking
Look,
hate you assholes
Blake,
for making me
I'm-
watch this movie. Like it wasn't even close.
I'm not gonna tell people they need to run and watch The Nutty Professor. To me, like there's so many other Eddie Murphy movies that I would point people to before
Yeah.
that one.
Mhm.
But I do, especially if we're talking about like the one
That's not what the
multi-character
argument
movie.
is.
The one multi-character movie I'd point people to Coming to America.
Yeah,
Like, you
100%.
got to see that, and you got to see
but
what
I'm
he
not.
can do
We're
there.
only talking about 2 Eddie Murphy movies. We're not talking about
I know,
all
I
these.
know.
It's,
Yeah.
That's
Context
the
is
argument.
critical.
Which one is
Well,
better?
let's move on
Yeah.
to Norbit.
no,
then.
no,
Are
I'm
we-
not done.
No,
I'm
okay,
not
all right,
done.
all right.
I'm not.
We're
fucking
still on
done.
Nutty Professor.
Blake's doing 20 minutes.
I got an hour on how shitty this fucking movie is.
Okay, but
Like
we're
I
gonna
said,
do the whole hour.
it is fucking good. Oh, what Joe could set up for 50 minutes? And I can't talk for 20.
I want
Fuck
you to
outta
talk as
here.
well. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I want to hear what you have to say. I know that you. I know that
Yeah.
you're passionate
No,
about
like,
these
like I
films.
said, and I'm not like when it came out, popular. Yeah, 100%. Does it hold up today? If you watch it, fuck no, it doesn't. This is corny. You're like, oh, let me guess, a fat guy getting in a chair. What's gonna happen? Oh wow, he can't get in. Let me guess, he's gonna be excused. Is he gonna get stuck? I wonder.
Yeah.
Fucking,
You expect
No,
him to
there's
waddle
some-
out with the
there's
chair
some
on
real
his head.
lazy
Like, it's-
fat comedy. in
a
there.
whole like to
Absolutely.
me it was too lazy and too predictable of just watching it where I'm like no. And again, I brought 2 people who hadn't seen the movie to watch it,
Mhm.
and I didn't say shit. I didn't try to be like, oh, this is like, I just
Yeah.
let them watch. And there was a lot of silence that whole fucking thing,
Yeah.
or groaning like, oh my god, or
Two
people-
first timers.
yeah, and people were predicting what the fuck, like not, I'm
Yeah.
predicting the movie. It's I'm predicting the cheesy joke that's getting ready to come up in 3 minutes because it took too long to get there.
Yeah.
That's my argument with this movie. It's
Is this a Disney-made film?
I don't think so. I,
don't think so.
didn't see Disney on it. I just
It
feel
would have
like,
been on Disney.
Yeah, it would have been
And
on
then, like-
Disney Plus.
and
probably.
I did appreciate the roasting and all that,
Who
the
made this?
Chappelle thing and all that. But again, like, and I remember this when I saw it. That was all
And the
shit. That,
family is funny. You
that-
have
that
to
was
admit
a-
the family part.
I think
the
the comedy scenes,
but like
the family
but
dinner
like
scenes.
I remember the roasting part. Those were all jokes that we were already cutting down each other with. So it wasn't like when I remember seeing that in the theater, those
Yeah.
were nothing new that I had already heard. And it's like
Yeah.
I've seen this on like in Living Color type shit already, or like on Def Comedy Jam. I've heard all these cut downs. So there's not one thing in there where I'm like, oh fuck, that's a new
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
No, it
like,
doesn't
it's-
feel like it's pushing the envelope
like,
at all.
it's-
I agree with that.
But
and
it
you don't
did
get
in
that version.
'96.
in some tepid way.
but I feel like-
but it was PG-13.
like I said,
It
I
was
feel
not-
like this is a kid's like preteen teenager movie.
No,
And
that
then-
I agree.
Oh yeah,
with.
and
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
and it should
I'm
stop
sure
there.
it benefits from me
Hell
having
no,
seen
I
it
was
as
an
young
adult.
as I was at the time, even seeing it on cable or whatever. But
I will admit, nostalgia does play a part in that movie.
yeah,
Well, I think there's like two different quotients. The first is
I was smoking through all
nostalgic
of it, Bobby.
influence over time that you just said, and the second one is sensibility change since the movie came
sure,
out.
yeah.
Sensibility in the way you perceive comedy and what you think is funny. And that can diminish, right? But I would like to remind everyone that the laughs we had back when we saw it, we loved those laughs, right?
yeah.
Did I though? I'm not sure. I had a fucking hot girl next to me.
He wasn't even laughing.
gonna
He
show
was
me
making
Schindler's
out.
List, I
I'm
would've been
telling you,
fucking
like,
laughing.
now that I know Blake's story of how he
job.
saw this film,
Great
it
line.
makes perfect sense. It's like nothing is gonna match being 13 years old, making out with the girl you didn't think you had a chance
Yeah,
with
like,
at
and
the
I'm just
movies.
like-
That's the
Yeah,
coolest thing you're
like-
gonna do.
Yeah,
That was a big one.
Yeah, I remember when her friend, hey, she likes you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Really? Like, y'all fucking with me right now? Like,
Did you
so-
make out a lot at that age?
no, not too. That was like one of the first like big like make out fucking things or
That's a
whatever.
monumental
and,
makeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had some before, but like
What happened to y'all?
Not as hot quality.
I mean, that's
She realized it.
now I'll say for
Not
me,
in hot quality.
not a good quality.
for
You know,
me because I'm a little bit older.
It's
It
like
was
they-
actually
they can't all be tens. you
I,
know?
I have a very similar experience with Saving Private Ryan.
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh, that
no,
was a
so-
makeout movie?
Yeah, I can't even watch that one now without being like, this
You know,
sucks. I mean, like, it's not as good as like feeling a girl up in the theater. Like, that's just
we
way
did
too.
two movies that day. We did the
Hey, you
Nutty
know what?
Professor, and then
Walk
we
the
stayed
line.
for Phenomenon.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah, we did two movies that day. We did Nutty Professor, and then we stayed for Phenomenon with
John
John
Travolta.
John
Travolta.
Travolta.
Yeah,
Oh
and I
my
remember
God.
That was
how was
wasn't
that
that
movie?
his,
I was like, I loved it.
Well,
Well,
that was like
don't think I
coming
love it
off
anymore.
of Pulp
Pulp Fiction.
Fiction. He did
The
Michael,
Phenomenon didn't hold
Phenomenon.
I don't know.
What am I
but-
going to do with this newfound,
Or these,
refound stardom?
however you want to think about it, or these projects that
Yes.
got higher visibility.
I haven't
because
been
suddenly he
grease
was-
hot in forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I do remember watching Phenomenon and being pissed off that it was a tumor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you
It's
yell?
not
it-
a tumor.
Did you, yeah. Did you yell that out at the screen? 'Cause
Yes.
That's what I would have done. I probably did.
It's not a tumor.
I remember being real eager to see
Kindergarten
Phenomenon.
Cop. Now that was a fucking masterpiece.
You know what made me mad about this Nutty Professor movie
What?
is I had every intention of after watching that one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and watch the Jerry Lewis one.
Okay.
I hated this one so much after watching
couldn't-
it.
you
I was like,
couldn't
Now I
I'm-
hate Jerry
Oh,
Lewis.
no, I was just like, I'm over it. Like, I don't even need to do it. I want to go back to see it though.
I mean,
really do,
even
but
this, where he's like squaring off against his research assistant or
Yeah.
whoever that guy is in his lab and
Yeah.
like locks him in the room and stuff. Like him playing that over the top buddy love. Like I get a kick out of it. It is fun to see Murphy chewing the scenery when he's given those opportunities to do that.
But getting back to my shallow Hal argument, Jack Black probably would never have asked big Gwyneth Paltrow on a date, but by seeing the skinny Gwyneth
Yeah.
Paltrow, he can find the goodness of her that would make her a person
Yeah.
I want to be around forever. When Buddy Love gets the same power in reverse, he's an unlikable fellow.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Which I think is a much better depiction
But
of what's
I
going on
remember in
there. Like,
'96.
it doesn't automatically make you a better person. In fact, maybe it leads you to being a more vain
So,
and kind of
The
self.
skinnier you are, the more asshole you become.
Potentially,
But would
potentially.
you want the woman that this jerk attracts?
Right.
That's my fundamental
Which
flaw
jerk?
of the
Buddy
movie.
Love? Oh, you think that? No, I think the Jada Pinkett character is terrible. I think
Jada Pinkett
What
Smith-
Blake was saying earlier,
Yeah.
that she so quickly falls for Buddy.
Yeah. After that
makes no
tantrum
sense.
outside
oh
the-
no, it makes no sense. She should have been like, who is this repellent piece of shit?
That's
Like,
right.
Why am I?
You
Yeah,
know what's
no.
funny? I
So the
didn't
idea that they
recognize
pursue-
Jada, I didn't recognize it as Jada until she stopped smiling. Because I'm not used to seeing fucking Jada happy. And then when she just got that angry look, I'm like, fucking
Oh, that's
Jada.
Jada Pinkett.
Oh, you pushed pause and went like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Any comments for you on last things? I mean, you haven't seen the movie. How long has it been? How many years?
It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while, and I did not rewatch it.
I got you.
because it's on nothing that you can stream it on.
No,
You
I had to
absolutely
rent it
have to
on
buy it.
the Apple
Or
one,
rent it or whatever.
Y'all need to hit up Javi Luna. He has a guy.
But from
As
what
much
I
as-
remember, when the fart scenes made me laugh.
Yeah.
Dude,
The old grandma being like,
I used to
ass,
come
dude.
on,
That
pay this,
shit was
come on.
hilarious.
You know what made me laugh though was the Eddie Murphy's dad, I guess, the black dad.
Yeah.
South Park pretty much used that for Chef's Dad. That's all I heard was, well, look, it was about that time that I noticed the monster's 300 sometimes.
Yeah.
Monster. Yeah, like that. That was fucking. That's all I heard. But like, yeah. And the other thing I
The
liked
whole
was
family part.
the asshole.
I do remember-
boss from. He's also in Unnecessary Roughness. Necessary Roughness. He was the dean. The asshole.
Oh
dean.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Larry
Larry
Miller.
Miller.
I just kept
Miller,
picturing Mr.
Oh, the
Gennaro.
Vulcan.
That's all I
Yeah.
kept.
Yes.
putting
Larry
in.
Miller was the doorman in the Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
And he was a great stand-up
funny.
back in the 80s
In
and
the- yeah.
90s. Yeah,
He was a
I don't know
big
if it's-
stand-up.
Yeah.
But also, like, when I was a little kid, that Friday night at 8, I will have a date. And I will like that. Thought that shit was funny.
That is
dude.
funny. That is
I
funny.
remember Nutty Professor being funny.
I did too. At
I
one point.
just
Then I grew up.
when I saw Nutty Professor, I thought that shit was funny.
I did
So that's
too.
what I'm going
I
off
did too.
of.
I'm telling you. But that was my whole argument from the very get go was I liked it. Now, no, it's bad. Very bad.
Okay.
And it's worse than the movie that we're going to talk about now. And I'm glad we got a professional in here.
Oh, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this bit. Okay, so then it's followed up with Metro, Mulan, Doctor Doolittle. Now he's getting back into the
Wait, he did a voice in Mulan?
He was the
He's the
Mushu.
dragon.
Oh shit! I didn't.
Okay,
Even know that.
holy
Mushu.
Before
holy
he
man,
ever did Donkey, before
Yeah,
he was in.
yeah.
Okay, well.
holy man, life, Bowfinger. Bowfinger,
Holy
he got
man,
a
that-
big.
Bowfinger is on another level. I'll just say,
Yeah,
if
Steve
we want
Martin.
to talk about him doing multiple roles in a film, that's the one next to Coming to America. that I'll
Heather
put up
Graham
there.
after Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, Nutty
Or,
Professor.
wait, after Heather Graham after Boogie Nights.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. Okay, Shrek, next level.
Shrek 1.
Shrek 1. Doctor Doolittle 2. Showtime.